girl Young Rod 2G with my boy Gary Gator, and you watching Playback.
Here with Johnny Boy the Legend.
Yeah. We here, man.
And Trent. Yeah. Now we're gonna start with Johnny Boy the Legend over here.
Okay.
Tell me a little something about yourself. Let the world know.
Yeah. Jay Wilson, man, that's what they call me. Johnny Boy the Legend. That's internet name and Facebook, everything. They really call me Johnny Taylor, also. But look, I'm 33 years old. Got 2 kids, got a wife. All together, we got like 5 kids. Basically.
Really?
Yeah, 2 grandkids.
I'm just kidding.
Man, chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? But look, granddaddy, you know what I'm saying? Happy granddaddy. I thank God for my grandkids and stuff also. But, yeah, we've been doing this music thing for a minute. Met my partner here a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while, god dang, like years. Lived together for a minute. We started doing the music out the basement and stuff. He was actually doing it before me,
For real?
Doing his tracks and stuff. He was trapped out, bro. Like,
Trapped out?
Trapped out, bro.
Nah.
So,
This fella right here?
Trapped out,
Trapped
bro.
out.
So I'm saying, like, we basically been on this journey for more than, I would say, how long you say?
12 years.
About 12 years. 12 years plus. 12 years plus. And been strong, man. Like, so many things have, came in, trying to come in between us and stuff, man. We basically just stayed, strong as a unit, man, as a, like, team, like, seriously, and pushed through all of it. And happy to be his partner, it's like my family.
The feeling is mutual, definitely.
Tell us about yourself, Trent.
What's going on? It's Trent, the other half of Varsity. A little bit about myself. I started producing. I guess I started producing when I was like real deal, like 8 or 9 years old. And this gonna sound funny as I don't know what, but my grandmother had a boom box, right? And they had this was the best boom box in the world, right?
Must have been.
This boom box was fire. And it had 2 tape decks on it. And it had a microphone and you could record onto the tape decks or whatever.
Yeah.
So my cousin, he used to dub tapes and stuff from the radio. He would record the tapes and make mixtapes and stuff on the radio. And he was I was like, man, you can make your own tapes, so that's pretty cool. So I found out that on accident when I was recording, I heard my voice in the background. So I was like, man, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? I had this little keyboard, and I would just play little melodies on the keyboard, and then I would record it, but then you could record back to the other side. So I would just layer it and then take the tapes and swap them, and then play back there and play on top of that, and then keep swapping the tapes.
Bro, I thought we was the only people that knew how to do that. Oh!
So I was like,
I used to do that. We were 12, 13.
That's when my producing kind of started. That's how I kind of got introduced to recording. You know what I'm saying? And
On the karaoke radio.
yeah, on my karaoke radio, based on a boombox. And yeah, man. And after that, I met a guy named Charles, which is still our mentor today. He knows Charles, and he pretty much he played a big instrumental role in me becoming a producer. And I would go to his house after school, and he had a studio in his garage, but I didn't know exactly. I'm used to a boombox, and after that boombox situation, 4 or 5 years had passed by, and I hadn't even touched a boombox and even wondered about music. So I go to his house. He's got this nice studio in his house, and I'm like, man, this is pretty dope. And he's got playing a trumpet and a piano and strings and all this stuff out of a keyboard. I'm like, man, this is that thing can do all of these noises and stuff. He's like, yeah. So for the longest, I thought music was made
everybody
or drum a band. Even hip hop music, I literally thought it was made like a band. I had no idea it was made on computers and stuff. So once I got into that, and I used to go and watch him, and he bought me my first piece of music equipment, and I was just like, man, I'm ready. So, and he set me up, man. I've been doing it ever since.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, man, let me ask you a question. Let me fast forward just a little bit. That first song that got like, what was it like? That first song that got like a little bit of success on it, like what people was like liking it, and you was starting to feel yourself just a little bit.
Bro, I would say Major, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
Major, yeah, it was something serious because it was like, it was
I'm thinking back.
hip hop,
Was it
R&B,
Major?
hip hop, rap, you know what I'm saying, R&B group. They was signed with a label out of California. And, bro, like, yeah, I think with Major, it was Major.
No, it wasn't Major, bro.
Who
I
was
think
it?
it was your group, man. It was your
Somebody
group.
Church Boy?
Yeah, it was your group. Like, that was the first one that we really could just, like, see opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, it was there. It was like that was like the first, like that was.
Yeah, that was the first.
They
That was
signed
even
to Warner Brothers at that time. So
yeah, that was
pretty
before.
big thing.
That was before we even did music for like anybody
Everybody,
else.
right? So it was just like kind of self-contained.
Yeah, we started, doing the stuff, what I'm saying,
right?
Yeah, so and he had, what I'm saying, like tracks. He did tracks and stuff. Also, we did all this stuff in the basement. We was living in Center Point. We did everything in the basement.
I'm surprised I ain't meet y'all, man.
Bro,
I've been in Center Point for a long time. Bro, I know everybody.
Yeah.
Except for maybe 5 people.
Bro, we was singing in the corner, bro, like the corner of
the corner
the
of the room, man. We had like one of the mattress pads in the corner.
What neighborhood in Center Point?
Right there, 5 Mile Road.
5 Mile Road. Yeah. 5 Mile
For real?
Yeah.
Man,
5 Mile Road.
That's my area, bro. Like,
5 Mile Road, man. That's when it all started, though. 5 Mile Road.
Wilson, talking about that gas station?
Yeah,
Wilson's gas station.
Bro, we used to be up there
right
all
around
the
the
time.
corner. Yeah.
But yeah, it was like quite interesting, man. Like seriously, but like that was our first, thing. Church Boy, and
what year was this?
This was in
2008, 2007.
2007.
I was with the Navy boys then.
I remember the Navy.
Yeah,
Boys.
you remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that? Yeah.
I remember the Navy Boys.
I was with them.
They were like the Gator Boys and all that.
Yeah, we was cool with them.
Okay.
I wrote one of the lines to Alabama Anthem.
Oh, wow.
Like the last verse, that last line on that last verse.
Okay.
My partner called me up and was like, man, I need this line, man. You get it? It's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you can have it if you want it. You feel me? I ain't know. It was gonna be on the radio and that.
Right, that was a big song.
Yeah, that was a big song.
That was a big song for Alabama. Like, that was really like thinking about it, like, other than like people like Mr. Biggs and stuff like that, like I kind of got a little late on the Alabama music and stuff like that.
ROA.
Yeah, all of them. You know what I'm saying? And
it was a good scene then, man.
That was a really good scene.
It was a good scene then, but it was crunk. But yeah, up on the chain.
But yeah, man, we like we go back to 5 Mile Road, man.
Yeah.
That was like, I think that was the part in our like early career where we was just like, man, this is kind of possible. You know what I'm saying? And then they got to deal with Warner Brothers and stuff like that, and stuff started progressing. So I think that was the biggest thing. But outside of that, I would say definitely Major, man.
How did Warner Brothers get like a wind of y'all? Like?
Well, basically we was going around, you know what I'm saying, like doing shows. Basically, like first before we even got that deal.
Y'all making noise.
We was just making noise everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Like even before we was signed, like opening up for everybody.
Yeah.
Like Marvin Sapp, Dietrich Haddon, 2103. Just everybody, you know what I'm saying, that was in the gospel, you know what I'm saying, Christian arena. And they was just amazed, you know what I'm saying, because even when you looked at us, we was 4 guys or whatever that looked like we was just from the hood, like we finna rap. But boom.
Like a rap
Yeah,
group.
we like a rap group, but we went out there, bro, everybody like, oh my God, bro, like even the young kids was like, I want to be a church boy. I want to be just like y'all. All the time. Used to leave messages on the phone, you know what I'm saying, and all that.
That big, though.
It was like inspiration, bro. You know what I'm saying, the kids and stuff. So we did it, you know what I'm saying, literally for the kids and stuff, because they didn't have nobody to look up to.
They say you got it when either people want to like be like you, or they want to. It's something about you, like if you a star, like they want to be like you. They want to live something like you, or they just love your lifestyle or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them factors. And yeah, I had them. Maybe 2, 3 of them factors.
Yeah.
So once y'all realized the type of influence that you had with your music, how did you decide that you were gonna move forward with Varsity Records?
Well,
I would say Varsity. I mean, man, it's crazy because we've had so many different like phases in the music, you know, both in and out of the music industry, you know. So at that time, like we came up with Epic, and we was just like, look, man, like he hit me up. He said, man, we gonna like everything he said. Like I'm not gonna lie, everything this man has said has come to pass. Everything. He told me, like he literally said, man, we're going to have a studio downtown one day. And I'm like, yeah, we are going to have one. Maybe 25 years from now when we got 20 Grammys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, this is the second one, though.
This is the second one?
This is the second
Wow.
one. So we got our first studio downtown, and at that point in time, that was the most epic thing we ever did. Like, I'm 18 years old. Like literally, I'm 18 years old at the time with my own business. Like I have a facility downtown. Like that was something real big for me. You know what I'm saying? Both scary. It was so many different emotions wrapped up into that time period. You know what I mean?
You don't know how to feel.
Yeah, you don't know how to feel, but you know you got to grow up at this point because you're like, dang, like
I got it now.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is a long lease.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like you got to get it.
Y'all seasoned veterans then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of seasoned then. Y'all been doing this for 10 plus years.
Yeah, we have. But I look at it
seasoned
like it's a step forward every day. You know what I'm saying? I kind of live in the moment. You know what I mean? Like I don't look at. It's hard for me to look at 10 years and say I'm seasoned because I still feel like we still feel like we got a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? There is a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? So, outside of that, like I said, at that point in time, like it was bigger than life for us. You know what I'm saying? To have be so young and have an actual business and a thriving business at that. You know what I'm saying? And then we went through a little minor setback. And we was just like, man, we're just kind of done with the city, like not being done with the culture of Birmingham, but just tired of the politics and the business side of owning a business downtown. It was horrible. You know what I'm saying? It was super expensive for one, and then not only that, just what we were paying for, it just wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? And like. It was just crazy. So we ended up going through a lawsuit and stuff, and it like set us back for like a year. And we won our lawsuit, beat the guy in court and stuff, and got our stuff back. And we ventured out to Pelham for a while. I think Pelham kind of taught me. I think I kind of honed in on my skill a little bit better out there. I was able to focus.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't. It went from the studio being jumping every single day, every hour on the hour, like
they're being quiet
to being
hours.
just secluded and quiet and having time to focus on me and work on me and work on my skill. And same for him, you know what I'm saying? I think our skill got sharpened a lot out there because we had so much time to just focus on ourselves and stuff and focus on, you know, instead of just focusing on the business, focus more so on the art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in doing that, the sound just got better. And then, you know, and I always said like, and he got in the phase of like, man, I really like it out here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's quiet. And I was like, bro, we gotta get back downtown. We did.
And
we did.
People don't really take the time out to really look at that all the time.
Oh yeah.
So, like y'all, once y'all got, cause I'm trying to see the phases. Like I'm trying to get an understanding of the phases. Once y'all got back to the art, to the creativity out there in Pelham, how did you change or adjust fire to being instrumental in the music industry here now? Cause I understand you were saying that there were like basically a couple of issues that you've had in the past, and I can understand that because things do get expensive, especially. Since there's not an actual industry, a working industry here.
Right.
So how did you guys adjust fire once you got settled in Pelham?
Well, I would say he wanted to move out to Pelham. Like I really wanted to just be like, man, let's just go find another house. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go find another house. Like, that's where we started. Like, I'm cool. If I need to sleep over, I can sleep upstairs or something, you know. He's just like, nah, let's go to Pella, man. It'll be a different scenery, you know, maybe a different clientele. And that's what helped, like, the different clientele. Like, because I didn't really work on country music or even though I would have liked to when I was downtown, but the clientele just wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So working on country and now we working on rock and pop and like it just brought a whole different clientele. You know what I'm saying? And it opened up our ears exactly.
That's
So
how it sharpened.
that's how it sharpened up. You know what I'm saying? So now I can truly, I've done country records, I've done pop records, I've done, you know what I'm saying,
stuff that's
R&B,
solid that people
solid stuff.
And Nashville, like, who did that? You know what I'm saying? We want y'all to, you know what I'm saying, come to Sony or something, or, you know what I'm saying, try to do some stuff with us. So, you know,
mastered the art of sound from
being
country music
secluded,
to hip hop. That's awesome.
Yeah, you got a chance to focus on really just the sonics and just I guess I got the feel of music when I got to Pella. Like I really got a chance to feel it, you know, instead of just making it. I became one with the music. That sounds so crazy, but I literally became one with the music.
We dove in the music
deep into it,
like,
you know.
Especially, I'm saying, like, it was kind of almost like pressure. Like when we was I think it was kind of premature, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, like when we first went downtown, you know, when we was over there, but it did, you know what I'm saying, it kind of made us grow up, you know what I'm saying, real quick, man, like, real quick, because it was so, like, left or right, you know what I'm saying, all these sessions, this and that, you know what I'm saying, because I was actually working for the waterworks, Birmingham Waterworks. So
you were busy all the time.
All the time. So when I got off, you know what I'm saying, in between, I got a session this time. I'm talking about, like, it be times, I'm saying, he in that mug night and day. For real.
I'm talking about.
Ain't seen the sun
Spending
in 3
the night.
days.
And there was no light in there at all, bro. We had like one window.
Yeah, one
there
window.
was no windows in the studio part. Like, so you may go in there at like 9 in the morning or something, come out like
it's dark.
3 days.
3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? 3 in the morning or something like that. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, it was a lot of like. At that time, man, like I had a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work, you know what I mean? Like, and it was just like, when I tell you, it was constant, man. It was just constant. Yeah. Like, I didn't even think people would like want to record so much, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just like crazy, man. So I enjoyed that aspect of it. But then like I said, when we got down to, like when we were downtown the first time, it was more so make this money, pay the bills, make this money. Ooh, I'm making a lot of good money. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of money.
And it wasn't.
We didn't have no.
There was no feel there. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's all
it was business.
It was all because we was like thinking about the bills and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And trying to keep it afloat instead of. You know what I'm saying, us really had a plan. Like, we didn't really, you know what I'm saying, have a plan. We were like, man, we finna kill it, bro. We finna take over the city, like, with all these people and record. But, you know what I'm saying, now, you know what I'm saying, we really pick, you know what I'm saying, who we want to work with.
I really, like,
you know
that's one
beautiful
thing.
Though.
Yeah.
I pick who, I like the fact of being able to pick who I want to work with. You know what I'm saying?
That make the process a whole lot better.
It does, man. It really does.
Because you just filter out all those negative people.
Because I mean, seriously, like I literally like it got to a point, man, where I mean, I think everybody in everything that you do, you're gonna get to a point to where you kind of burn out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had started like feeling like music was like work.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want to feel.
You know, when it start feeling like work, man, you're like, do I want to go today? I don't know. You know, so. When it started feeling like work, I knew it was just time to make a change. So I was just like, let me just pick and work with certain people. Like, it got to the point where I'm recording certain people, and I'm like, dang, like, I'm literally, like, dying through this session to be over. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question? How did you, like, make that transition? Like,
you know what, man?
Or did they weed themselves out?
You know what, man? One thing I've learned how to be. And he says I'm just too hard sometimes. I got another partner say I'm just too rude or whatever. But man, I for one, I'm real honest with people. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to music.
Yeah.
If you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
if you don't,
You
you
don't.
don't. You know what I mean?
You can
just
keep
don't.
doing it.
I'm not gonna discourage you from keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? I might not be the person that's gonna make you the next Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
In a sense, you know what I mean?
Is that how you deliver it? I like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, like you have to, like I've kind of gotten out of the space.
It's telling the truth, though.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten out of the space of saying, oh yeah, that's fine just to get $1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't really like it or care for it, then
You
like,
can be
I
transparent.
can't fake it, bro.
yeah, I can't.
cannot
You know what I'm
fake
saying?
it.
Like,
Like if it's bad, I gotta tell you like what's wrong with it. I think it's wrong with it.
that's gonna be constructive.
you know, like-
it's gonna be constructive.
Yeah.
You can genuinely
That's
tell
what
when I'm
make
genuinely
us so-
excited.
That's what make us so different.
Cause
though.
he'll put
So,
up with it. I'll be
You
like,
will like
Because I'm so.
you sit
I
through it a
take
little
the
bit
time,
and kind
you know what I'm
of
saying?
tolerate it.
I really. I'm telling you,
You're
I
more
take the time.
open-minded.
Like,
He do, he
because
very
I can,
open-minded.
because I
I'm
can,
more open-minded.
because I can see right through a lot of stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
even through the bad. You know what I'm saying? I be like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I can make this.
Right there.
I can actually make this sound like good. Like both of us, don't get me wrong, we can make stuff sound
Sound good, yeah.
Period.
I just don't have the
But with
tolerance.
him, like he just don't have it. Like I can sit there for real, bro. I got so much patience, bro.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
much,
yeah.
bro. And I'd be like, okay, that's cool. Stop, you know what I'm saying? Do it like this. Or once you do it like this, we're gonna have to do it like this. It don't matter if it's 100 times.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure that this song come out how you want. So afterwards of this song, when it get 5 and we get everything together, it's gonna be up to you to practice and do all this
Yeah.
other stuff whenever
Mhm.
you gotta deliver it in front of all these people.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I can make it right. So,
Yeah.
but we like different, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
that's,
balanced though.
Yeah.
It's balanced.
balance.
How many
It's
artists you
done.
got, man?
I mean, the artists that we
Yeah.
got, but definitely it's not, we don't, you know what I'm saying? We got one artist.
Okay.
But this the thing, like we work, you know what I'm saying, when we do different stuff, we work for like different companies, like different record labels and stuff.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying,
okay.
too, so
I got you. I
It's
got
not our, you know what I'm saying,
That's
like
your artist,
you know what I'm
but-
saying, for, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying, per se, but it's like we only got one, you know what I'm saying, artist now that we're like focusing on like solely.
Okay.
Right.
What's his name?
Sam Thomas.
Sam Thomas.
Sam Thomas. Yeah, he's R&B.
Okay, cool.
He's an R&B millennial.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. He's like,
Middle school.
Middle school,
New
alright.
wave,
Man,
yeah.
you know what, man? I was trying to find a. I used to produce a lot, and that was one thing I just could not come across, bro. I like no R&B. Like I knew
Yeah,
they know they
I mean,
around there somewhere.
that's-
You know,
I mean, and that they're out there, but man, it's
they reclusive. I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's like
well, I think that people don't really give them
a space,
a
chance.
a chance. You know what I mean? Like it's so. I mean, even
Like,
R&B
man, shut your
music
ass
is even R&B music now is just trapped out. You know,
Yeah.
when you listen to it, so it's like, you know, you either gotta get on that wave or you know, kind of make your own wave or whatever.
Yep.
But
I agree.
I mean, like I just look at the black culture in general. Like it has spread it like into so many different genres of music. Like it's just
Genres.
it's so many like
Yeah.
subgenres of just hip hop music that it's just not even funny.
It's like
you know?
Wild Wild West, bro.
Literally, like
Yeah.
it's in everything. You know what I'm saying? From you can listen to country now, like gospel music.
Yeah,
It's in
All
everything. You know what I'm
that,
saying?
Pop.
Like we was watching what's the name of the movie that just came out?
What?
Panthers, Black Panther.
That Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
And I'm listening because when I started music, I got into music to score films. Like
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
reason why I got into music initially. But when I'm sitting here listening to Black Panther and listening to the score of the movie and stuff, I'm like, man, they done literally took like trap music and brought it into like
Oh, yeah.
Marvel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Into the movie.
I was like,
And it
Marvel
was
let them
so
do
dope to
this?
me. You know what I'm saying?
Like Marvel
It
let them
was,
do this.
yeah, it was so dope.
really
I was
did
like,
this.
wow.
Let's
Which
hear
one
one
do
of
you wanna
Sam's
play?
songs.
Play one of Sam's joints.
Let me see. I like the song.
Did you hear the new
I
version?
like the Shot song.
Did you hear the new version?
Yeah, I like the Shot song. I really like this song.
Where's Sam from?
He from Son of
Son.
For real? How Sam look?
Dark skin.
Dark skin, kind of tall. He ain't too tall. He's probably like Johnny height.
Yeah.
Uh,
No parts. Is it no parts? Too bad.
Too bad. Yeah, too bad.
I probably see Sam every day.
You probably do.
And don't even know.
Don't even know.
Hey, T. Florida, cause she was in Johnson.
Hey,
What y'all got planned for the future?
Oh no.
Floyd, can you let Josh and Bay? Yeah. What we got planned for the future?
Yeah. What's
Man.
what's in the future works for y'all? Before we get into this joint.
In the future, I would say, man, let me
I
get
need the
these
key.
keys right quick.
Huh.
They're in my bag.
You need this key?
No, I got his bed there and go. Come here, baby.
But I would say, future. I mean, I look forward to just finally. I'm real hopeful for Birmingham music. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I felt this way for a while that something was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Good from a music standpoint. And I think we're finally getting to the point we're just like these cracks in the floor. Pretty soon a flower or something will sprout up, and you know we have a whole garden and a whole forest of just artists, and we'll have what the Atlanta have and have what Nashville and have, but just in our own way.
There'll be more money flow and then within what's going on with us. So.
Right. So that's what I'm really hopeful for that in the future. But as far as varsity goes, I like when we did varsity. Like we wanted it to be, we wanted to bring what everybody else went to Atlanta for back downtown.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then with the reconstruction and stuff that's going on downtown right now, like I think this is the best time to open up, the best place, the best time to open up a business and to be an entrepreneur. Because we're in a building phase, man, and it got so much positive. It's a lot of positive stuff happening in the city, more than I've ever seen since I've been here. You know what I mean? And it's just like, we just want to be that staple. You know what I mean? Like. When the labels do start really, really coming here, like we want to be that place that they come to and say, they go to. We want to be the go-to place. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I see as far as the future.
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
You
That's
gotta
what
be
you
like
that
way.
that way.
That way.
Or the organized noise.
Yeah.
Organized noise.
Organized noise.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
That way.
That way.
Exactly.
What he said.
Homie got it.
Yeah.
We gonna make it happen.
Yeah. I'm saying.
But y'all definitely y'all have the
I like
skill,
your story, man.
the work, and I'm praying that everything comes into fruition, because just like y'all want it to happen, Birmingham needs it to happen, and our youth needs more people like y'all to look up to, because y'all are real life superstars.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I try to be like a super. That's so crazy. I tell.
Like, bro, y'all was down the street from me, bro. I ain't even know it, bro.
Yeah. I literally tell people, man. I went to. You know what? This gonna really trip you out. I went to Irwin for 1 year.
For real?
I
What
went
year?
to Irwin High School. This was in 2009. No, it wasn't 2009. What am I talking about? It was in 2007, or 2007
Right
or
before you
2016.
graduated?
I graduated from Huffman in 2007.
Oh, okay.
I went to Irwin Middle and Irwin High School like 2004,
Oh, okay.
2003.
Yeah,
But I went to
there
Huffman
for a
after
year,
that, and I graduated from Huffman.
Yeah, I went there for a year. It was crazy.
Man.
Yeah, it was good.
Let's see what we got with Sam. I wanna R&B dude from the east side.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Dance too. Chris Brown. Like,
He dance?
For real. I'm talking about out the chain.
For real?
You used to date and all the fun niggas. Think that you should dig a little deeper. Why settle for less? When you know you can have the best, but you sleep on me. Say I'm a player, girl, please. Guess you keep praying on that same old routine. Girl, you keep running circles again. Keep sleeping in on the real one, got fucked over again. It's too bad, shawty, too bad. It's too bad, shawty.
play any instruments?
No, man. I just
Besides
got a
keyboard.
whole team. I just have a whole team. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, and never really was interested in like playing instruments for real. It's just I just put it together and bring. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is by ear. You know what I'm saying with me or whatever. So if I play anything, it's just by ear for real.
Yeah.
So I'm not. You know what I'm saying? That guy that
Played all the
just play.
instruments and
No,
stuff
no.
like that.
I'm saying
Okay,
I
so
do tracks and all that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff too.
where did the love of music stem from?
I'm saying I just
Yeah.
basically fell in it.
Just fell into it.
Just fell in it because I was in the R&B group. Then I was in a Christian group
Mhm.
that actually we were signed with Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying and stuff too. So when I used to do all this stuff, it was crazy because I used to try to produce the stuff myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at first we used to go back and forth to Atlanta. You know, and all that first, and then they couldn't get the music right. How we, you know what I'm saying, how I was feeling it, how I wanted it. So I'm like, I'm finna start paying these people, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth and learning
I'm gonna
on
do
my own.
this.
So
Yeah.
that's how I jumped straight into it.
So wait a minute. How did they come about? Like, did they suggest that y'all go to Atlanta, or did somebody suggest that y'all go to certain producers in Atlanta?
Well, you know what I'm saying, we knew a couple of people that was, you know what I'm saying, that was up there. You know what I'm saying, that basically had the clout, you know what I'm saying, and
Okay.
all that. So we heard some of their stuff. We were like, dang, man, you know what I'm saying, this mug sound amazing.
Yeah.
And
You thought
but-
they had the same.
yeah, we thought it was gonna be the same way, you know what I'm saying. But once we got in there and stuff, and they would start doing their thing, we was like, it just don't sound right, you know what I'm saying. So it just pushed me into like learning all of that stuff for real myself. So I just started buying equipment and stuff, you know what I'm saying, like basically praying, you know what I'm saying, and letting God lead me, you know, and what I needed to get. I ain't know nothing, bro. I ain't know what to get. I ain't know nothing, bro. I just went in the store. I need a studio set up.
Somebody, that's what you said?
Yeah,
And
that's
somebody
it.
pretty much helped
They
you put the
basically
package
let
together?
you-
Yeah, so I went, you know what I'm saying, Guitar Center, all that stuff, was getting little stuff, and had my setup. We started recording, and bruh, from there, it was it. You know what I'm saying? That's when we got our like idea from Warner Brothers and stuff. After I got through recording all that stuff, they heard it, they was like, it sound pretty good.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's what's up, man.
So y'all made a whole tape before y'all gave it to Warner Brothers?
Whole
or-
tape, bro. Whole tape. We used to go around all the time. It was crazy because we was opening up for like big people, bro. It was like we didn't even know how it just happened, bro. It just
What's the name of your group?
the group that first my R&B group was Finesse, and then the next when we started doing the Christian, you know what I'm saying? It was like Christian boys to men type, you know what I'm saying, stuff. So we was like on them harmonies like crazy.
Yeah.
So the group was on Church Boy when we used to go around, you know what I'm saying, everywhere. We opened up Marvin South, Dietrich had 2103, bro, like everybody in the, you know what I'm saying,
Pretty
industry.
big in the Christian.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, it was super crazy.
But once you get into those music industries, it ain't a big industry for real.
Yeah.
It ain't as big as some people might think
They
it
probably
is.
think it is like gospel soul, man, it's so small. Like serious talk, like people you wouldn't know, but the biggest like person, like when you be saying like, dang man, that nigga done, you know what I'm saying, went
Made it.
just made it, or you see these albums being sold, like they don't even gotta sell that much, you know what I'm saying, the gospel for real. You probably like 3,600
Yeah.
for real.
it's
I'm
more
talking
so.
about like 3,600 to actually get like number one.
Wow.
What?
I'm serious.
Wow, you gotta sell like 3-4
But-
times that much.
You gotta
in
go
hip-hop.
ham. Like,
But it's hard though, you know what I'm saying, because you got to think about who all in gospel, what, you know what I'm saying, what people, because it's so hard for the younger people.
Yeah,
in
there's
gospel.
a lot of longevity in gospel
Yeah,
music.
so
too.
Yeah.
so you got these people that's been
they
number
got their
one.
spots and they ain't getting out them spots.
They ain't getting out them spots.
To
They-
death do them
Yeah,
part.
number one.
You right though. When they get them streaks, they got them streaks. That's all you hearing for the next couple years. Like
Next
you
couple
have
decades.
strong buzzes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
learned that, man, because even the girls like Signature, because they, and I don't know if you heard Signature, Curtis Glenn.
I saw you post
Yeah, and
some of they posts.
and they've been, you know what I'm saying, top 20, top 18 on the Billboard. That's my artists that I produce. And do stuff. Curtis Glenn, you know what I'm saying? All of this stuff been going ham, you know what I'm saying, on the billboards. But it's all about, you know what I'm saying, that relationship that's in that industry. I'm telling you, it's so tight. Like, it's so tight.
Yeah.
Like, they'll welcome you, but they're like, okay, you
The
know, it's on the
standards are really
sofa.
high.
Yes, on the sofa, where you gonna go right now, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta wait your turn.
You gotta wait your
basically.
turn.
Yeah.
And I can understand that. I mean, and that's just with any industry, in general, because you have your pioneers. You know what I'm saying? You have the people that, like we already said, have longevity. And then you have the newcomers. A lot of those people that have longevity still have things that they have to put out, and there's still things that they need to learn in order to pass down that information.
Yeah.
You know, so some of the times it's not necessarily like you gotta wait your turn till my light dim out, but more so, you know, just give us enough time to set this platform so you don't have to go through what we went through
Exactly.
in this music industry.
I don't know if it's like that in gospel though.
Oh, really? Is it cutthroat in gospel?
It's righteous, like people don't know, man. It's righteous cutthroat, bro. I'm saying it's
I had
worse.
a homegirl that
worse.
did that back in Talladega College, and she used to give me some little stories about how it ain't as different as, you know, regular hip-hop industry, you know. Like, when it come to, people gonna be people, bro.
Yeah,
People
true,
gonna be
true.
people.
You're right,
People
bro.
gonna be people.
Yep.
And it's just the label, and they trying to get their life right, and the direction they going.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Yep.
That's the only difference, the
But
direction.
But
people
it ain't-
still people though.
People
Yeah.
still people. They still mess up. You know what I'm saying?
They got
And
their faults.
you got all these other people that's on the outside that, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of worshiping. You know what I'm saying? You as a
Yeah.
person. So like you like they number one fan. You gotta think about this. So when you mess up and they feel like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? They done just
they
scarred
took
me
it
now.
to the core.
They just
Yeah.
scarred me bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm like, just think about it. You know what I'm saying? Even people, you know what I'm saying, as in gospel, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love everybody. Like, serious talk, you know what I'm saying? They talk about the gay people, they talk about all that. I'm like, it's so many, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, let them do what they do. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying everybody's people. Like, God do not judge us, you know what I'm saying, period. He love us regardless. So, I'm saying, I'm looking at, I got so many friends, like even people that could have all this stuff. They talk about it, they scarred because some of the churches, bro, you know what I'm saying, they would just do like this. You're not finna come in my church, or you're not finna do that. I'm like, bro, they like Righteous the most talented one, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's helping, you know what I'm saying? That's helping you, that's playing the keyboard or the organ or singing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't do our people, you know what I'm saying, like that. Serious talk, bro.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what's important is that we provide an environment where they can receive the word and go out there and be the light.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But if we're not encouraging that light in the home, which is what the church is supposed to be, then things go a little sour.
Yep. And it be like that.
I don't know, like, this ain't got nothing to do with music, but I think the black church just needs the whole reconstructed.
Whole revamp.
Whole reconstruct, because what they was doing back then is not progressive. I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's just not progressive.
Talking about
It needs to be progressive.